Welcome on back, everybody. Wild Willy here with episode 20, I think, of our Convergence Mod Spirit Storm Summoner playthrough, combining the best attributes of the Stormcaller and Necromancer classes. Last episode, I got a new summons by clearing out Fort Ferrith. This episode, a couple of miscellaneous things. We're going to see how far we get with both. First, we're going to go over to the 4 belfries, and then we are going to teleport over to the Chapel of Anticipation, right down here off the coast. We're going to have a little scrap with the grafted scion there and see what other Stormcaller related things we can pick up. And then within the castle, I know there's another warding remnant that we can get heading out along the bridge to the Divine Tower. So I want to try to, we'll start at the gate and see if I can work through there. If it's open, we might have to start from the lift side chamber and work backwards because I murdered Gustok in a fit. I should have had him open the gate first. Might regret that. But anyway, let's head over to the Fort Belfry, the 4 belfries. I have Fort Ferrith on my rhyme, so I'm saying it's Fort Belfries. And let's continue. So we just get set up. Oh, wrong weapon. And I want that one. I don't remember what order these are in, so we're gonna have to figure out which one of the other ones it is. I believe I have enough imbued stone sword keys anyway. Anticipation. All right, so this is what we want. Use imbued sword key. Let's head on over. And I'm just gonna run up, buff on up, go through the fog gate, summon my rotten duelist, my new friend. Try to rally him real quick. Let him draw aggro for a second. Oops. Do that. Alright, now we can get in on the front. There, so we're just gonna weapon art him. He's got some range. Been frosted. You can see we're pulling out the rot. He does have rot. Take it. And he's dead. So he's down. Ornamental straight sword and Golden Beast Crest Shield, same as in the base game. Now let's run over here and see what's inside the church. Alright, you can't come with me. You just hang there, jog in place, get a little exercise. He's only +3, so he's not as highly leveled up as my last one. But we're going to see if we can make him work. Here, go through the little side door, up and around. What do we got? Stormhawk King. Okay, and then we have a teleporter, so we will definitely take that. And then we have a chest over here. Stormhawk Heath. And then we have the Banished Knight set. Okay, so that's definitely Stormcaller related. Probably very equivalent to our Mausoleum set. And I'm just looking down. I don't see any more loot. I don't see any more loot. So we're just gonna take the teleporter. Probably lose my summons, but I could just go ahead and resummon them anyway. Let's see where we pop out. Altus Plateau. Why do you want me to fight what's in there? All right, well, my flask is gone. This might be a bad idea, but we'll do it anyway. Don't know what's in here. Don't know if it's anything for us, but the teleporter brought us here, so I'm just gonna assume that it's something we want. Up, and I got the debuff. That's not good. So let me do this again. And I want to do that. Start healing myself up. We'll buff him up too while we're at it. And then I'll just go ahead and drink a couple flasks so we can see what's over here. What do we got? Okay, Banished Knight Oleg. Oh, we might get a new summon out of it. Get him as a summons now. Oh, we get another warding remnant. That's outstanding. And then we do get Banished Knight Oleg, who is definitely, I would say, Stormcaller themed. I didn't see what else we got. What did we get? Let's look at our stuff. Got the Godric Knight armor. Strength, Dex, and Endurance by 4. Wow, that's a lot. If you do not have a weapon equipped with Faith scaling, this item will have the following effect. Enduring Legacy. When you drink a Crimson Flask, you gain an effect that causes 20 stamina recovery and immunity to stagger for 30 seconds. Nice. And then we have Banished Knight Oleg. One of the 2 knights known as the Wings of the Storm. And now we have 3 warding remnants, which is also huge. We have Stormhawk Deep. And then we have the Storm King. So a couple of summons. I guess you are the big one, the somber one. And then at the end of the last episode in Fort Ferrith, I picked that up. Reaver's Odachi. I don't have the strength or dex to use that. Bloodlust buildup. Great katana. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm really limited at this point because I need bigger smithing materials and can't get them. Can't get them. So we're done with that. Nice little diversion there. Let's go back to the front of Stormveil Castle and see if we can get in somehow. Nope, I'm gonna have to work my way backwards. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have to work my way backwards from way back over here. That's kind of what this episode is for, though. Some miscellaneous stuff going on. Alright, so let's see. Want to do... Yeah, that's what I thought. Get all my stats back. I'm still getting used to like what happens if you fast travel. Let's get that regenning. And I can also come out here and just murder some stuff. Hey, hello, my big friend. And that will get me. How are you not? Now I gotta figure out the pathing back through the castle. I think we just go down here and out the door. So we got you. Can you come in here and play? Or are you trapped out there and you're gonna die? And stuff still hurts. I don't care where it is. Like, stuff just hurts. Alright, can you come through? Or are you stuck? Let's try sending him back. And then we're just gonna pull him right back out again. Go get him. Have fun. There's nobody behind me. Get in here and join the fray. You're dead? Alright, you are very wounded. And I don't know if I ever went down through there, so let me rally you real quick. Get you healing up. Put on something faster. And go down here. What those are, but they're getting one shot. They're wrapped. Alright, good damage from you. Hyperdrive liver. This is where the enchanted remnant, like the soul burn stuff was. Godric Knight Greaves. Okay, is there a lever for you? How do I get out here? Might be it. Do a little redecorating. Looks much better now. Alright, so I guess we gotta go out and down. Leave a comment. Wow, Willy, you missed a switch right there on the wall over behind you. You pull on the torch. Like Castlevania. Alright, so we're back out here. I don't remember if I ever went up that one. You still... You're not. Healing up again. Oh yeah, I was up here because I was speculating. How do you get down from the roof there? Still don't know. I feel like... Now let's just go to this. I was gonna say. Oh, you're still alive. But not for long. so those explode. There's the... Alright, so I got one guy there over to my left shooting continuously. Those guys out. Hopefully there's another lever. There is. Alright, we're back out here. My boy back out. Because this is where I want to go. Alright, so we got a troll over here. That's new. Weapon hearts him. Cross instantly. And you're dead. We got you two guys running around. What's going on? You're dead. You can fight with me. Nice to also see that you get pancake. Alright. So this is where I wanted to go for my next warding remnant. And the warding remnants, in case you guys don't remember or don't know, those are the ones that let you craft things like immunity to rock, or immunity to bleed, or immunity to magma. They are very important for some of the zones that you can go through. Are we going to get him back out? Alright, not locking onto anything here. So there's our warding remnant. Let's just, Are there going to be more golems? I feel like there was more loot down here. There was like an armor set that you could drop down to get to. So we got this guy. And you have a halberd, so sucks to be you, because... here. Got the critical. Kill this guy. Are you guys coming? Yeah, you are. Kind of slow. Alright, I have a feeling that this is going to warp me all the way across to the tower. But like I said, I felt, yep, there's some loot down here. So let's hop down and grab that. Scarab. This is probably going to be my armor set. Nope, soft cotton. Yeah. Hopefully I can get back up. Okay, I did not die. That's good. This is a bit of a bad situation, though. Let's see if I can. All right, I might just have to try to make a run for it. Get out of the way. What, are you not dead? Takes us probably just straight across. Now, Great Runes, you can just activate them. Divine Tower of Lingrave, it's blocked, tightly shut. Okay. I'm not sure what would get that open because I fought. We've already killed Godric the Grafted. That's normally what would open this up. Let me just check and see if there's anything over here. Okay, we got this guy who wants to fight. Weapon Ash goes up, buddy. Just a regular bird. You are an unfriendly aggro bird. Now you don't. A little bit of loot. And they're all just flying off. Those silver pickled foulfoot. Just another basic. Yep. I was gonna say, don't make me platform down there for anything. Not gonna do it. Alright, just more feathers. Alright, so we're done. Let's see if there's anything other miscellaneous that we can take care of. Let me get back to my site of grace over here. And then I want to make it daytime, and then we're just gonna take a peek. As I mentioned previous episode, I did Bare's quest line. So I have the Pureblood Knight's medal, which means we can go to Mogwin's Palace. So I want to just stick my head into that zone, and see what it looks like. I know they redid the pathing for that. So let's find that. There it is. Use. Because that's another underground zone. Might give me some summons upgrades and some weapons upgrades. The other thing I could do real quick. All right, so we are up 5. What are you? This is the bird farm. And no bird. Looks like new path down. There's a teleporter up there. Let me touch the grace first before we do anything else. The other thing that we could, and I can't ride torrent, so this is like full-on legacy dungeon now. I feel like I've seen snippets of previews of this. And normally, let's just run up here and grab the loots. There's like one piece of loot tucked back here. It's like a golden rune. Yep. Golden rune 11. Not worthless. Alright, so we got the grace. I was going to say the other thing we could do is do the kind of Erdtree teleporter network. And I could just murder a couple of those. So we might finish off this episode with me just going into the DLC. There's a DLC boss that I like to fight and take out. It's a giant scorpion. Very beginning of the gravesite plain zone. Ah, yes, you. I remember you now. We are just gonna run. Let me see if I can pull out my boy to distract. That's gonna debuff me for sure, but that'll at least get me over here to oh, and another warding round. That was nice. So let me get rid of my debuff. Rally him first, because he's over there fighting. Do that. I can get all my stuff back. And then I will join the fray. Come over here. Weapon art your ass? Are you gonna fly over? Ah, you have your back exposed. Up. And I think he just died. Yep. I think the rock died. Okay. Gotta love it. I feel like that teleporter was like from somewhere else. All right, what do we got over here? Sprouting Ghost. That might be good for my guy. This is like normally how you get to the zone. You get teleported there and then you have to drop down all of that stuff from like the imbued sword key. So we got another teleporter. What else could possibly go wrong, right? All right, well, we got a piece of loot. The Jawbone Axe. All right, I know where we are. We're in this part of the zone. Can we torrent? We can torrent. So we could conceivably... just try to head over here. And see if... Eek, 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 eek. If we can get into this zone and get to a grace. Alright, so we got another loot. Got a spirit spring over there. Alright, and this is just up and around. Alright, so that's the start of the zone. I'm trying to think of where the closest grace is. It might be... there's like a gazebo over there somewhere. They took the one out of the start of the zone. I know what you guys are all saying. Oh, it's just right down there by the entrance. Nope, they took that one out. So we might have to make just a quick run up to the north here. See what we can find. He should follow along, keep me safe from everybody and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that more of the ancestral whatevers are here. Ancestral followers, I guess. Those guys that I don't want to deal with. Alright, here's a grace. That's what I want. That's all I wanted. We're right at 30 minutes here, so good place to wrap up. Let me figure out where we're going to be heading for our next episode, and we'll get started on that.